Traveling to Hanamura. Traveling to Hanamura.
I'm ready. Oh, yes, of course. Well, hello. Welcome. It is May 16th, 2018. We've got two teams here, Voltage and Biohazard, going against each other. Both teams about Diamond, High Plat, so probably not going to be the best or the greatest gameplay you've ever seen, but it's definitely solid enough. So, it'll be an interesting match. We've got on defense here, the Voltage starting off. They're going to be running Doomfist actually with the Hanzo, and then for their two supports, they've got Mercy and Moira, and Zarya and Reinhardt as well. And on the side of Biohazard on attack, they have similar comp, but they're running Brigitte and triple support it seems with the Zenyatta, Ana, and then the Brigitte and Ryan and Zarya and Hanzo as well. One DPS, so they've got to be a little bit careful here. Now they're moving in teams. It's the shield war right now, both Reinhardts. Using their fire strikes, pushing in now. Red team are moving in. Brigitte's stun comes out, and now I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry, Reinhardt, but he's going to be killed there. And now Doomfist drops down from the top. It's one kill there, and now two kills as Preston falls down on the Moira. Both teams being pushed back here now. Mercy barely able to fly away, but there's a counter pick by Jindrak onto Zome, and Kahlua taking out more games as well. On the point now, 2-1. Brigitte doing her best to stay alive on the Mercy now, but Zarya is there to shut her down. Now Kahlua is going to take out Sun, but quickly taken down by the counter Hanzo. There can only be one, and Styx is going to be taking that title. And now as they move out, looks like Biohazard is going to cap this point on their first push, so they've got quite a bit of time left in the bank for them. Just waiting for it, store it away, get some interest on it, hopefully. That interest has just accrued, and now they've got 7 whole minutes to cap point B. Voltage not looking too hot here. Maybe someone forgot to plug in the cables here. Not getting their full power, at least not yet. We have to see. Styx though has the ultimate Dragon Strike available to him on the side of Biohazard, and no ultimates unfortunately available. And there's the Dragon Strike. It's gonna take out 2 there. Armador and Kahlua taken down. Cranny took some hits there, and now 4 kills coming out for Biohazard. This point looking to swing in their favor so far. It's just Jindrak left. He's only 66% on the ult as Cranny flies in. Just to heal him is gonna be taken down. Jindrak falls back. He's trying to run away now. Gotta be careful. Doomfist, leader of Talon, but probably not the leader of this team. Sent back to the spawn, and now the contests come out. Stall comp speaking to come out. The Reinhardt switches over to the Winston. I'm just gonna call him Karua from now on, just to abbreviate his name. Jumps up down to the top onto Sun, who's on the Zenyatta. He's pressured now. He's gonna fry down the Omnic there as Kahlua picks up 2 more games, and Birkin taken down. No heals now for the Biohazard, and they're gonna be pushed back. Now just the cleanup coming out. Serial able to escape. Had the monkey in his face, but he was able to find the healing from the Ana in there. Jindrak pushed up too far there on the Junkrat, and it's going to be taken down by Serial on that Zarya. Now has the Graviton Surge for this next fight, as well as an Earth Shatter, so they can get some big stun combos coming up here. And with no main shield, no Reinhardt to block the Shatter, it's going to be used right away. It takes out Armator, and there Jindrak falls as well. Transcendence on the point by Sun to counter the Dragon Strike of Kahlua. But Jindrak brought back into the fight. No harm, no foul for him. And now there comes the Graviton as well. Karua used the Primal Rage in an attempt to stay alive. There's the Dragon Strike as well. Just a tad bit late, but it is going to find Kranit, and now Kahlua using the Storm Arrows, taking out more games. But Armator takes a headshot from Styx on that Sonic Arrow. Seems he wanted to get some information, found a kill instead. Perfectly acceptable. I'm sure his team was happy about that one. But again, the spawn's so close for Voltage here, and they're going to be pushing back. Biohazard once again. Sun takes a whip shot to the face. Omnic down again. Zenyatta meets a similar fate as Mondada there, but instead of a shot, Takes a flail, probably more painful. More games. Still on this Reinhardt, we see Karua switch back over to the Reinhardt as they don't need to stall the point anymore. More games went for this charge there. Had the bubble to keep himself alive, but can't find anyone. But now Karua is able to find the zone, but he's taken down. Big grab there, a lot of opportunity, but unfortunately no follow-up, and members of the Biohazard are going to stay alive. Once again, charging in, more games. Doesn't find anything though, but Jindrak does, finds two. Taken down though by Serial as he's trying to escape this fight. Biohazard knows they're down more players. They have 2 ticks. They can afford to bide their time here. They've got 4 minutes left on the clock available to them. Voltage, they have a Rip Tire available. Could use that to get some backline picks on the Biohazard, but Biohazard does have 3 ultimates here. Earth Shatter, and there comes the rally as they begin to push in. There's the Rip Tire though to counter it, and Nano Boost comes out on Serial. A lot of ults being used here. Can they get the value out of it? Seems like it, as 2 are going to fall on the side of the Voltage. Now they're pushing around the back here. Preston went for the Coalescence, but he was going to be taken down very early on in the fight. It's just Karua left on the point. Graviton near the spawn to block it off, and like that, Biohazard are going to take this map. They look pretty strong there. You know, they capped the first point on their first push, and second point took a little bit, but again, you know, they had that sweet 10% interest on that in the time bank, and they were able to eventually cap it out. 3 minutes left on the clock. Switching sides now, Biohazard over on the defense, and the Voltage are on the offense. Preston on the Widowmaker at first. Seems he's changed his mind, but Kalua, he knows right away. He insta-locks that Genji. He knows what he's going to play before the rest of his team does, and he's going to stick with it. Karua and Armator on the Ryan and Zarya respectively. That's what we saw them play last round. So not huge shock that they're going to be playing the same this round. Same roles, of course. You don't want to switch up your entire team composition in the middle of the round. That would be, as they would say, a Monka Giga. But on Biohazard, running the same comp that they did on the last round. The 1 DPS Hanzo. Was interesting at first to see their approach on playing that. They played Brigitte more as a DPS frontline hero. That is sometimes what you see. This triple support comp is fairly popular. But you do see more classical comps like the Voltage are playing right now on attack as well. There's just a lot of healing, really, that comes out for the Biohazard here with the Brigitte and the Ana and the Zenyatta, and then Brigitte can also play backline and protect that Ana because she's so vulnerable to being dove upon. But of course they are not running dive here, so Ana kind of free to sit in the backline. Not a whole lot that the attacking team can do to dive in on her and take her out. Fire Strike now is going to pick up 36% ult charge. They were all crowded by the door there. Seems they wanted to be the first in line, and they're going to pay for it now. He's up to 40% ult charge practically. Brigitte going to get slept right away, though, on the side of Voltage. Kranit going to be taken down, and there's a stun to take out Jindrak. Kranit, though, is going to take out Birkin as well. He pushed in a bit too far, going for that shield bash, and now Kranit goes for another. It's going to be taking him down. A charge comes out. Serial is going to be hit with it, and now they're on the point here. Karua using his hammer, trying to keep them zoned out, but it doesn't seem like there's going to be much response. Armator and Kalua there, taking out Sun in that side room by the health pack. Zen split from his team there. Wasn't a whole lot they could do. They got rushed by the Voltage, taking on their first push. Seems they go to the same bank because they've got about the same amount of time. 7 minutes left in that time bank for them. Using the same approach too, pushing up top, it seems. They have the Dragon Blade as well. No other ultimates available though for the Voltage. And on this side of the Biohazard, nothing for them. But here comes the Blade now. It's going to take out Styx right away, and he's going to find Kalua as well on the point. 3 kills as Karua takes out more games, and now this is the opportunity. This is the chance for Voltage here. They've got 3 down. Respawns are coming out. More games. Going to be switching over to the Winston for the stall. Styx comes out of spawn, but he's going to get whip shot back in, and there's no one else on the point to take it. Voltage. 6 minutes and 34 seconds. Do have a lot more time on their hands. Able to take that on their first push as well. It's because of Kalua's ultimate. You know, he had that, took down 2 right away, and then Karua finding one as well on the Reinhardt. And in a 3v6, there's really not much you can do there, and the rest of the team was split up on the side of the Biohazard. So they really had no choice but to cut their losses and just attempt to contest for as long as they could, which wasn't very long because I don't actually think any of them got on the point to contest. Voltage now, back on the defense. Seems they've rethought their strategy. What's interesting is they've got this Bastion. Probably going to see him set up in the back here or on this rock in the middle of the courtyard. Interesting setups, or on the high ground as well, near the Mega Health Pack on the gate. It is a bit of a cheese comp. Bastion doesn't come out a whole lot, but in the shield stun meta, could see some usage as a tank buster and just shredding down that Reinhardt shield as quickly as possible. And with Kalu on the Junkrat, it seems they're going to do just that. He has a trap at the door. Not sure if he's going to find anybody with it. If they know it, and Serial there, smart play. He had the bubble, went in to soak up some of that damage there. So smart play by him, getting some early charge into this fight. And Sun has a 26% on the nano boost already, but more games pushed up too far, and there we go. There's the Bastion showing use already, shredding down more games faster than you could say. Wait, they have a Bastion back there. Watch out, team. With the front line down, not much Biohazard can do. Backing out now. Karua almost got hooked, was able to duck around the corner just in time. Voltage seem to be holding strong so far. They've got the Mercy pocketing Kronit in the back, and then they've got Preston on the Moira up front for the front line here. But Kahlua falls very early on in this fight. Kronit brings him back into the fight though. The Australian Rad getting a second chance, brought back from down under. And now here comes an Earth Shatter. It's going to find 3, and no, 2. Mistake Roadhog's arm for a third character. He's a pretty big man, so it's understandable. And now, as they're on the point, not a whole lot happening. Really just clean up now for Voltage. They know they've already won this fight. That Earth Shatter at the beginning was so big. Found 2 whole people, 2 members of this team, an entire third. And when you have a third of your team down like that, especially on those 2 key picks, not much you can do there either. Forced to back out. Biohazard now pushing the point, challenging the shield. They don't have more games, so they don't have that main shield, but undeterred, pushing in right away anyways. Karua there went for a bit of a risky charge. He probably should have known better as he gets hooked by Zom and taken down, but there's a big Graviton and a Riptire as well. Could find a kill here, but no! The shield by More Games is going to block it, and the bubble as well from Serial is blocking that as well. And now here's the opportunity for the Biohazard to take down this team. Taking down 2 there, Armador and Jindrak falling on the point. Preston now doing his best. Moira, not much she could do though once she's lost the Fade, and that's exactly what's going to happen, taken down by Serial. Biohazard, you know, this team, too toxic, got kicked out of league, and now they're here playing some Overwatch at the Diamond level 4 Overwatch champions. On the side of Voltage though, Jindrak on the Tracer. He's got the Pulse Bomb available to him. They've also got the Valkyrie and the Coalescence as well. There was a Pulse Bomb and a Graviton up top. Voltage went for something there, but couldn't find it. And now, as Sun gets found, that's no healing. And now the Valkyrie comes out as well, keeping the team alive. Jindrak fought back into the fight as he was taken down by More Games. And there's a big Shatter. Finds 2 More Games left on the point. Both Reinhardt swinging at each other. It's a boxing match on this point. Serial trying to get his classic escape route down left, but seems they finally discovered him. He does take down Kahlua, and they've got 60 seconds left here. Biohazard to take this point with 2 ultimates. Could just be able to do it. They've got to use them very, very well. Use them wisely. Jindrak making the switch over to the Doomfist. Seems he's anticipating a big team fight where you're going to need to be able to get a lot of picks. But there, Preston hooked. Oh, no, Kahlua hooked, excuse me, very early on in that fight. And he's going to be taking a bash to the face. Probably the last thing you want to see on a Wednesday afternoon or night, depending on where you are in the United States. But there comes the whole hog, and it seems they're going to find the use out of those 2 ultimates, using them well, using them wisely. There's a Shatter now. More Games was able to build that, and he charges down Preston. There's a counter charge there by Karua to take out Zom, and now they're on the point. He's slept, bashed off the point, and they're just gonna leave him there. They have the high ground, and Karua gonna be taken down. Kahlua left, killed as well. Jindrak back onto the point, trying to do his best, but taken down. And Biohazard, it's overtime now. They've got to stay on this point in there. Out comes Crane on the Lucio. Able to barely dodge the stun. No, Karua actually used the Earth Shatter there. Trying to keep everyone alive. Preston and Kronit on the point. Also trying to get some kills. Kronit drops off to the left to take out Styx as Kahlua finds two. And there's a Graviton Surge to finish off Styx. Zome on the point left. And there's a Blade as well. Really overkill on the ultimates here. I don't think they needed them, but they wanted to. It's not about getting the kills. It's about sending a message. And Voltage did just that with that push, or with that hold there on defense point B. Seems they've finally found outlet. They've plugged themselves in. They've downloaded this team. Biohazard strategies. They know what they know what they're gonna do. They know what to expect, and they know how to counter it. It seems with that Bastion comp, and they're looking very good here. Teams are gonna switch sides. Biohazard defense playing what seems to be the same comp with that triple tank. Zarya, Roadhog, Reinhardt. Are going to make a change though. They're going to be running Birkin on the Mercy. Normally I've run Brigitte, but seems they're switching it up on the defense. You definitely want that resurrection available to you. It's gonna so key in resing those early picks to even it back out into a 6v6 rather than just having your team lose because someone got headshot early on. Styx up top now, shooting off some sonic arrows at the spawn, trying to get some information though. By Voltage wisely staying back away from the point, away from the door. They're running the same composition as well, but they've got the Brigitte. Kronit been going off in this match, playing Brigitte very well, and they're pushing in now. It's the shield war once again, slowly pushing forward. Karua looks like he's got less shield available to them as Armator gets pulled in. He's going to be taken down. Kronit went for the stun there, tried to keep him alive, but unfortunately could not. Kahlua dropped a little bit low there. Has the deflect, so he's going to be able to escape that fight, and he has a Harmony Orb. Both teams really just playing patty cake here. These Reinhardts swinging away at each other, and no one has really been able to push through yet, of course, because of that pick onto Armator in there. Kraney got hooked once again, pulled in. Zome gives him some scrap to think about. So he gets sent back to the spawn. Armator did get hooked there, but backed around the corner just in time, broke a line of sight with it. Again, this is pretty classic of what you see on Hanamura. You know, this team just kind of gets held up at the point here, and now Styx with a Dragon Strike does some damage, not a whole lot. Is able to find Karua though. Couldn't back out in time, and their Armator. Kranid is there though for the body block off of that hook. Lots of ultimates available though for both teams. They have the Valkyrie and the whole hog on the side of Biohazard, and they don't even need it there as they find two. Zome ducking around this corner, getting a big hook, and the rest of his team follows up with the kills. 5 ultimates though for Voltage. They've got to use them well, use them wisely again, but could just go all out here and just pop everything they've got and attempt to overwhelm this defense. But you know, Biohazard showing up at there. Kahlua with a big flank. Can't find anything though as the Transcendence is there, and there's a Graviton as well. Transcendence. Here come the ultimates, and there's another Earth Shatter. Can't find anybody as they were caught in that Graviton and then shielded as well. But there, Karua, big Earth Shatter on the side of More Games, finds 4. Can't find any kills. However, Kronit gonna be taking out 2 actually in the back. Sun and Styx taken down. Seems he was in the back line wreaking havoc while the rest of the team was caught in that Earth Shatter. Really, he's all they need. Brigitte. If it's a good Brigitte, you can pretty much annihilate the enemy team all by yourself, and he does just that as he finishes off More Games as well. 4 minutes and be around, yeah, exactly 4 minutes when this team caps the point. They've just got to get 66.3, basically 2 ticks on this point. That was the highest that the Biohazard got on their attack. Of course, this classic top right high ground push. This is the Hanamura strategy. There's one thing about Hanamura, it's consistent no matter the play. Teams more often than not will hold on this high ground and then push on this high ground. It's really just a war for who can take that high ground. So important, as we all know, as evidenced by Revenge of the Sith. But therefore, in that Graviton, it was huge, and that is pretty much going to be the fight there as Sun is taken down. Serial is all that's left on the point. And as he's taken down, the rally gets popped. Styx switches over to the Tracer, trying to stall now, but he's gonna be slaughtered onto the point, and that's all she wrote there. As Voltage is gonna win this first map. Couldn't get enough people onto the point in time, and that Graviton was just too big. Sorry I didn't hype that up. I really wanted to make that Revenge of the Sith reference, but unlucky. Played the game here, going to Styx. Most likely on this push towards that Graviton. There it is, and it's gonna find two. There's a third, and there's the fourth as more games takes down Preston as well. Now, as this game is going to end out this first map going on the side of the Voltage, we're going to take a short break here. Just some downtime between the matches as it is. And there we go.
Welcome to the jungle.
Well, we're now going to be playing on Junkertown, the land down under, and while this attacking team probably not going to be traveling in a fried out combi, they are going to be pushing this wonderful payload full of loot. Nothing suspicious about this at all. There's no dynamite on it or anything like that. As blue team defending now.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
They did switch sides here, so it's going to be Biohazard in the blue and the Voltage in the red now. Seems like they're going to be running the classical pirate ship composition. This is Very, very popular on Junkertown on attack. You run the Bastion, set up on that point, give him shields, and just let him go loose on this defending team. They're running the Orisa Hog, pretty much how you want to counter this as well. It seems they're expecting that. Got Widowmaker, Styx gonna be playing that role here. There, out comes the halt to pull them off of the point. That's how you do it. You displace the Bastion, keep them from setting up. But it seems that damage is just too much. No one's really able to contest here. Serial in the back, tries to pull out Jindrak, but he breaks line of sight. Does get pulled up eventually though, knocked up by Birkin. On the Zenyatta, he was playing the Brigitte last map, but switched over to Junkrat, and he's already got his ultimate there. Junkrat way, and just spam shots until you've got your ultimate. Backs out now, more games gonna be taken down. Jindrak did get resurrected very early on in that fight. More games though, taken out in a bit of a bad position, cannot get the resurrection. Jindrak on that Bastion, just letting loose on this team. Sticks up top, trying to do something, trying to rain some shots down Serial, displacing Jindrak there. And there was an anti as well, good combo. Too little too late though, and he's gonna be taken down. Both of them, Serial and Zome there. Sticks still up top, trying to get some shots off. Kahlua goes for a blade there. Asserts his dominance over Sticks, just wants to make sure he knows who's boss around here. And you know what's interesting? They say no Omnics in Junkertown, but they're letting Jindrak right in on that Bastion. Seems they don't even enforce their own rules. That's pretty much what you expect here in Junkertown. It's lawless. Does anyone really know what the rules are? Probably not, because I don't think there are any. As they now continue to push in, Kronit has the Valkyrie available to him on this offense, and Zome got the Riptire again. Biohazard now pushing in more games, goes for a charge, and there's the Nano that comes out. He's in their backline, he's infiltrated it. He's able to find 2 there with that Nano boost, and now 3 as Armator gets taken down. They're in the backline. Sticks does switch over to that Genji. Seems he took that solo blade rather personally, and he now wants to show off his own Genji skills. Everyone clean up there, took out Jindrak at the very end. Chronic could go for the res, but opts not to, knows that he's being watched there by Styx and the rest of the team up top to take him down as soon as he goes for it. Long range sleep there by Zome onto Jindrak. Team teabagging him. Some friendly banter going on. His long range sleep there, very, very nice job there. Now, Fire Strike came out, more games had the bubble on him though, and there comes the tank mode from Jindrak there, but a good charge by more games, shuts him down, and another shatter as well. Kuro though with a counter charge onto more games. Sticks trying to do his best. Deflects, and that's going to wear out Jindrak just in time. A Riptire comes out though, as well as a blade from Sticks. He's trying to find the kill onto Bastion. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to find it there. In there, multitasking. Jindrak not deterred, takes down the tire, ignores the Genji in his face. He really not much more than a fly to him, it seems. He had the bubble, he had the heals, he had the sustain, and he wasn't going to let himself be taken down by mere Genji. Graviton comes out though, Transcendence to counter it. Sun was waiting, he was ready for that, but you know who else was ready? Kahlua. He had that Dragon Blade available to him. Birkin though, give him a mine to the face. In the Australian homeland, he's got the home field advantage, he knows what to do. Did exactly that, took down that blade before to wreak havoc. Didn't matter though, as anyone who was in that grab was still taken down. Probably not as cleanly as Voltage would have liked, but they're still pushing forward here. Serial's got his own Graviton. He's got to be careful though, or he won't get to use it in this next fight. Zoom able to get the heals out onto him. He is split from his team, and he's going to get charged on by Karua there, and he swatted away. Batted down. It's a home run there for Karua. Knocks him into the corner, where he's going to stay for the next 6 seconds. Back now, as he gets the respawn. They have another nano boost available to them inside of the Biohazard. Still have that Graviton. Serial did not get to use it last time. And on the side of the Voltage, they're all rather close to their ultimates. Karua has that Earth Shatter available to them. He's going to use it right away. It's huge, it's big, it's going to find 5 there. Serial taken down very early on. Again, Graviton shut down. Poor guy. It's really all he wants here is just to use that Graviton. No one else able to be found though. They were a bit too far and they didn't have any ultimates to combo it with, at least at that moment. Now they've got 2, but they're support ultimates. Nano Boost and Valkyrie. Jindrak up top. Sun used to be an Omnic, then he took a Helix Rocket to the knee, and there finally is the grab from Serial. There's a Blade as well to take it down, and there he's gonna find 3. Kahlua though with a counter Blade finding 2, and there. Doesn't matter though, Styx finds 4 on this point. Now 5 as Kahlua gets taken down. If that's not play of the game, I will drink my entire water bottle. I'll tell you now. It's Jindrak up top, finished off by Sun. More games though. Earth Shatter, Transcendence as well for Styx.
Peace be upon you.
Biohazard those, no voltage. Still has those 2 ultimates. The Valkyrie and the Nano Boost. They were waiting up top there and wanted to make sure they knew where they were holding before they pushed in. Very smart move, and now they're choosing to go on this bottom. Gotta be careful there, of course. Is the low ground, and Styx gonna get slept in the back. He's gotta be careful. He's got Jindrak right there. No one able to fight him though, and there, huge Earth Shatter right as the Nano Boost comes in, finds 2. Jindrak and Armator falling right away. Karua had the Nano Boost, tried to get some use out of it, but unfortunately taken down. Both ultimates used there on the side of Voltage. Chronic goes for the res. Knows he couldn't get that anyways. Taken down there by Birkin. Biohazard gonna continue to hold on this last point of Junkertown. This is, again, fairly common. You see teams usually have that strong push through the first 2 points and then get held up here at the end. They've really got to work on building their ultimates here, but they've got to do it quickly. Got to do it fast. Only 1:20 on the clock left for them. Karua close to that Earth Shatter, 98, and he takes 1 swing onto more games, and he's going to find it. Armator with his own Graviton Surge. Not sure if they're going to want to combo those 2 ultimates here. More games, of course, knows, and there's another Blade here from Styx. He's going to go in the back and find the support backline. There comes a Graviton, though, on the point. It's going to find 2 Styx. And Serial, Zome as well, finding the kills onto them. Push back once more. Voltage. Alright, who kicked the plug out from these Voltage teams? Looking so strong in that past map, and then now being shut down very early on. Jindrak staggered very early on. Kahlua still able to find the kill onto Zome. Very risky, but it paid off. Now the support down. Gonna have to make a short walk back from the spawn though. They do have the advantage in that case, and seems they're gonna switch over to Winston here. They know they're not running Brigitte, so they're safe enough to run this. If they did have a Brigitte, Winston would end up just crying to himself, honestly. Dives in on the back here, applies some pressure, going for that flank comp here more. Swinging his hammer around on this point as you've got Tracer harassing the backline. Kahlua in the back there. Burka though getting the first pick onto Jindrax, and there Styx finishing off Kahlua. Reinhardt finally dies on the point. It was just him there, and he was doing a good job of just keeping them bottled up there, but now Attack Visor comes out. Could be exactly what they need here to push back the Voltage, and as Armator falls, and now Kronid as well, seems got the value they were looking for. It's down to the contest here on this point as they begin to fight out. Preston taken down. There comes the Meteor Strike. Couldn't find anybody there. Actually, does find Zome, but a Graviton singled out, soloed out, and taken down. Blade as well from Styx comes out. Karua able to take him out, however. But Monkey from the Moon takes a hammer to the face, and like that, Biohazard gonna win this first map on defense. Seems pretty similar to what we saw on Hanamura as well. Voltage got kind of rolled on that first map, but they showed up on the rounds following that and really had a dominant round on Hanamura. So could just be slow starters, you never know. Takes a little bit, you know. The old Voltage got to warm up to get to full capacity here. Biohazard, though, on the offense now, has their work cut out for them. Still have to push it a fairly far distance. Voltage did a good job there of getting it as far as they could. Got it around the corner, and that... It's pretty much what it's going to come down to right there. Can they get it around that corner in time on the final point? Or will they stall out here on this Junkertown? There's the pirate ship, though, on the side of Voltage on the defense. This is more similar to what you see. You run the Orisa rather than the Reinhardt. Orisa, of course, with that movable shield, and then, of course, can cover the sides as well. Gives Bastion just a little bit more protection,
In 30
but
seconds.
on the defense, they're running Kahlua on the Mei. Bit of an off-meta pick. Of course, these are scrims, so they want to try them out. Try out new strategies, see what works, see what doesn't work in this, of course, ever-changing meta, ever-evolving with the addition of Brigitte and the rework to Hanzo. Always changing, always evolving, like I said. And Jindrak with the trap near the spawn. Junkertown spawn is one of the ones where you can't actually see through the doors, but Jindrak walks out, takes a shot to the face. Sticks from spawn, able to take him down very early on, and that is going to put a real nail in the boot of Biohazard here. Of Voltage, rather, as they get pushed back. Kuro holding up top there. Halt comes out, did get the hook onto Zome, and he split from the team with that wall, but Zome able to escape narrowly. Skin of his teeth there, got the sleep. Birkin, though, taking out Armator on the Roadhog on the point. Shield left behind on the point. More games quick to put it back up. Now Halt comes out as well. It's trying to keep these teams, keep them right where they want them. Birkin making good use of that Halt. That is why these characters work so well together. Now Voltage going to continue to push forward. Biohazard going to continue to push forward.
The payload has reached the
Still used to the colors from the last map, but there. Sticks a little too far forward. Able to get out though, barely with his life. Armator did hook him there. Jindrak tried to spam him out from distance, but couldn't bank the shots, couldn't get that simple geometry. Sticks, though, before he went down, did find the kill. No Widowmaker on the side of the Voltage here. Interesting that they're not choosing to counter her, and they're instead switching over to Karua, making him run the Winston rather than the Orisa. Armator up top, though, taken down there as he gets halted. Pulled back into his team. Kronid goes for a Coalescence. Birkin doesn't care. Shoots him down. 2 counter kills come out onto Birkin and Sticks there, but doesn't matter as this team is going to continue to push forward. Kahlua now as the Mei, contesting the point. Of course, that is what Mei excels in, and now as a freeze comes out on the point, could be just that. 2 bubbles, though, able to protect this team, keep them from being frozen. Bubbles, you know, not only do they protect you from damage, they protect you from the weather. Incredible, incredible Russian technology. And now as a Transcendence comes out on the point, Sun keeping his team alive, and there comes the Bastion ultimate on the side. Tank mode comes in. Armator went in for the hook, tried to block him, but Birkin doesn't care. Gives him 1 to the body. Sends the old Australian man back to spawn, and now an Enaboost comes out as well. Onto Birkin. Wreaks havoc there. Jindrak went for the tire, but again, Birkin on duty. Shoots it down. It's really just a shooting gallery for Birkin. It's just how many kills can he get in conjunction with that Orisa Halt. So powerful there as Sticks in the backline, harassing, able to find Jindrak there. You know, on the side of Voltage, they have the Orisa now. Karua makes the switch back over. Most likely gonna take advantage of that hook halt combo. Seems they're not gonna be the ones doing the halting though, as Zarya brings them all to a screeching halt right there with that big Graviton. Gonna be taking down 3. Huge play there as Chronic gets found in the back. It's just Karua left and he's down as well. 5 kills there for the Biohazard as they continue to push forward. At this point. Armator switching over to the Reinhardt now, but I don't know if they can make it in time. There's 2 meters left, 1 meter left, and nope. Can't get there in time. And Biohazard gonna take this map, bringing this up to a 1-1 in favor of neither team.
play of the game.
Play the game going to Sticks, of course. Remember, I said I would drink my entire water bottle, and this is why right here. We see him. Graviton comes out, and there comes the blade as well. Nano Boost, not much that you can do when you're held steady by some beautiful, beautiful Russian technology combined with Japanese steel. 6 finding 5 kills. Look at that. 41 eliminations, 26 kill streak. Incredible job by him in being a backline harasser on that Tracer and then just being the front line destruction on that Genji. as the teams choose, again, I'm gonna take another break here. Give myself some water. Stay hydrated. It's getting pretty hot out there.
Now arriving at Elite. Now arriving at Elite.
Well. Welcome back after that short break. Now these teams going to be playing on perhaps the most picturesque map out of all the Overwatch maps, Ilios. Of course, a favorite of the Lucios and the Pharahs. This is Boop City. If there was anywhere you'd want to take a vacation, probably be here. You get this beautiful coastline. Cruise ships, massive cruise ships in the background. Why would you not? And now, as the teams push in, Birkin on the Pharah here from the last map. Preston on the Lucio as well. There we go. Hoping, at least as a Lucio main myself, that he goes in and gets some boops here as Voltage and Biohazard sitting up on either side of their points, their own respective sides. Voltage backing out into the lighthouse there as Garua's shield drops fairly low, and now point is open. Birkin up in the sky. Ooh, there we go. Preston Boop to start it off there onto Serial as Kahlua takes out Sun as well. Birkin down in the well, and he's going to take an arrow from Kahlua there as the rest of the team cleans up. Team kill right off the bat for Voltage there. Preston opening that up with that Boop first of all, getting that kills, and then the rest of the team on cleanup duty there. Second try now for Biohazard, pushing back in. Preston though 72% on the sound barrier, able to negate a lot of damage that the Biohazard could possibly do to his team. Wants to keep them alive here. Birkin on them on the side there. They don't have a hit scan on the side of the Voltage, so they've got to be fairly careful. They have the Hanzo though, and seems they're going to put him on anti-air duty, and there Kahlua finds the first kill onto Styx. Deals with the ground threats before he deals with the aerial threats. Perfectly understandable. Probably an easier shot there too, but there Preston, no! Gets halted into the well right as he ults there, and he is gonna fall early on. Such a crucial and key pick as Jindrak falls as well from a boop from Birkin there. Armator falling as well, and there's 3 boops for the Biohazard there. Rest of the team, Karani, Kahlua, Kura, finished off by Serial on that Roadhog. Winning the boop war here. Preston really got to step it up if he wants to take it back now. 3-1 in terms of boops. Biohazard currently in the lead, and you see that control percent up top. That really doesn't matter. What matters is the boop count. And there, Dragon Strike comes out from both teams, tries to get something, can't though. Birkin went for a barrage in the back, but couldn't find anyone as well. But there, Styx and Serial finds Kahlua and Kurua there. Names rhyme and get taken down in tandem there as a blade comes out. Only finds Jindrak, however. Couldn't get perhaps the value he wanted. If that blade cost $50, he only got about 10 from it, so unlucky. Chronate though does find Styx, but Sun is there for the resurrection. Brings him back, possibly from the well. Who knows where that well goes? It's bottomless. And it's only darkness down there. He's straight to hell itself as Chronate. The rest of the team pops the rally, gives his team some armor before the fight as Preston tries to deal with the Roadhog. Serial does get taken down very early on in the fight there. Preston finally taking him down as Karua goes for a charge. Brings the other cyborg into the wall, but right there, more games getting the counter picks there. 2 halts. Again, winning the boop war here. He did such a good job on this Orisa, getting those crucial key halts onto this team. It's just Preston and Karua almost got booped in there, and there we go as Zom makes this push over to Lucio, opens that up, lets me know that he made the switch with a big boop there onto Karua. Preston escapes once again. Now, Voltage pushed back. Zome pushed in by Krani. Knocks him over to the Mercy though, so it's pretty much what he wanted there. And now as Armator falls very early in the fight, Precedent waiting around the corner. Teams begin to push in, but there's a big barrage there. Finds Karua and Krani both. Birkin taking them down, and there's a hook as well onto Jindrak. Sends him into the pit. Preston now with the sound barrier, just hoping to contest, but not for long. Not long for this world as Birkin gives him a rocket. Jumps into the well, just to celebrate. Probably not the strongest map that we've seen from the Voltage so far, not the strongest performance. Down 1-0 now. On to Lighthouse, another favorite of mine as Lucio. This, if well, is Boop City. This is Boop Town. Right outside. All you've got on this outside of the point, all Boop spots. And of course, Preston, Zome on the Lucios. As a Lucio main, you know, of course you want to get those boops on the enemy team, but what's most important is that you boop the other Lucio. Assert that Lucio dominance. Prove you are the alpha frog. That is what really matters. And that is what we're going to see as Zome skates around on top. That pillar outside the point here as the rest of the team pushes in. Zome there goes for the boop onto Karua. Can't find it, however, as team pushes back in. Jindrak on the Reaper now. Interesting choice to try and deal with this team. Seems to be working out though as Karua finds the first kill onto Serial. Birkin though wins that aerial duel on Kalua there, but the rest of the team finds 2 kills there onto the Orisa and the Mercy. Seems to be swinging in favor of the Voltage here. Farah outside the point now, raining down some shots. Did find the boop onto Armator, but probably wanted that. That was around 15 seconds earlier. Would have been huge, but as a cleanup there on an already lost fight, doesn't really mean a whole lot as Armator now makes it back to the point. Zome on the Lucio though, shot down. Can he escape? No, he can't. Couldn't find a wall. Kalua sends him flying there with that concussive blast. Now on the point there, Reinhardt swinging their hammers at each other, and it seems like Karua gonna be coming out on top in that Reinhardt duel. Serial trying to do his best to escape, has the bubble available to them. Sun flies in for the heals, and he's gonna be knocked out of the park there by Kalua again, finding 2 boops in that fight. Karua pushed far forward, taken down in that hallway by the health pack. Not probably what you want to see if you're the Voltage right now, because he has, of course, that Earth Shatter, and they have almost the Barrage. They're so close to it, so ready. They have so many good ultimates they can combo with the Reaper Death Blossom. Now the aerial duel begins once again. These Pharahs vying for that aerial superiority as the ground war comes out more. Charges onto the point, able to find Preston taken down. No one told him to get down, didn't get the signal, and Preston taken down there. Death Blossom there out of Jindrak, picks up 3, 1 in the Death Blossom, 2 without. Who needs ultimates when you can just shoot him in the face normally, right? In the air, Krani choosing to go Battle Mercy for a second. Kalua almost got hit with that rocket there, able to concussive blast around the corner in time. Again, Birkin and Sun, you know, they've been up in the air and haven't been able to find perhaps the value that the Biohazard won at this point. Continues sticking now, 92%. Valkyrie popped on the side of Biohazard here. Sun using it in the air and on the ground to keep his team alive. Now Zome gets the first kill. Boop onto Jindrak there, but there was a shatter. Couldn't find Zome, however, and the rest of the team going to continue to fight here. Karua take it down. Went off over the side, I believe. I'm not too sure what happened there. It shows the senior side. I'm not sure what happened. Kalua, though, with a big barrage. Finds 1. By big, I meant just 1. And there's a Graviton on the point now. A lot of people caught, but not enough follow-up. Styx is there, had the Dragon Strike, and then, of course, the Storm Arrow is taking down both supports. Zome getting the cleanup, ending kill, ending finish onto Kalua, pushing them back, and now is Biohazard's chance to start getting some percent here on this point. Karua has another Earth Shatter, but Birkin has Barrage available to him. Not many other ults though on the side of the Voltage here. Gonna have to try their best to get it as soon as they possibly can. Jindrak, really the closest one here at 43, but anti-air duty sticks there, takes out Kalua, and ground duty as well. Birkin, big barrage though. Gets 2 forecast set Justice, and he delivers. Finds Armator and Kronate there to push them back, shut down the push before it ever started. Styx, of course, found 2, and then with that, that was 4. 2/3 of your team down. Not a whole lot you can do there. 66 full percent. And speaking of percent, 50 now on the point for the Biohazard. Voltage only need one more push here, one more take. If they can take it that one time, then pretty much win this map. Birkin flies up in the air, takes 1 rocket. Team's fighting once again for that aerial superiority, and of course, slow moving shield ground war that you normally see. Shadow Thrill went for it, blocked by both the bubble and the shield. Wanted to make sure Reinhardt, and of course in his buggy state, never know what gets blocked, what doesn't. So Serial just wanted to make sure, had the bubble there as the rest of the team is taken down. Pushed back again. 80% now on the point and counting. Kahlua taken down by Styx, but brought back into the fight by Kronate. Now Armator makes the switch over to the Soldier, most likely to deal with that Fairy. He's been winning these air battles and then doing so much damage to this team. Kahlua takes a shot in the air. Takes 2 actually, barely able to out-heal that, and now 95%, 96. Graviton on the point, can't find anyone, however. Karua goes for a suicide charge to open this up. Serial taken down. Used the Graviton, couldn't find anything, but there is a sound barrier on the point by Zome. Styx using the Storm Arrows to his advantage, and Zome as well, taking down 2 members. President falls as well by Styx, sent to the river. Styx. Now Styx as well finding the kill into Kahlua. He's been doing so well on this Hanzo. He's a maniac on this Hanzo, on this point. Popping off like he's never popped before, and Biohazard gonna take another map, bringing this to a 2-1 in favor of Biohazard now. Play the game, going to Styx, of course, on this Hanzo. Look at him here, 91%. Finds those shots, takes down Kahlua. Doesn't even need the Storm Arrows to do it. Waits for the Dragon Strike, and then takes down Kronate. Doesn't went for the res. He's an arrow to the face of Preston. See how he likes it. 25 elims there for Styx, 18 of which were on the objective. Showing, of course, where he is, and there are more games. Look at that, 5 environmental kills out of his 21. I think they came out on top in the Boop War on Ilios. Now, of course, you all know the routine. It's going to be break time now as we decide what the next map is going to be.
Now entering King's Row.
Welcome, welcome. During that break, made sure to grab some water. It's around 80 degrees up here in Washington. It was 50 degrees-ish this morning, so now 80 degrees. Classic Washington weather. And, of course, Biohazard up now, 2-1 in the series, but if you're Voltage, don't dream it's over. Keep the hopes up, keep the morale up. You can always come back. First to 3, of course, so this is their last chance to bring this to the tiebreaker 5th map. And Karua using that Mei boost to get his team up top. Seems he wants to get himself up there, but nope, drops down. Most likely going to make the switch over to tank, and that's what he does. Going over to that Reinhardt seems to be his preferred role. And during the break, we also had a sub, Germs, being brought in for Biohazard. Perhaps a fitting name for this team. If only his name, if only it started with a G, it's a J. But early pick, Armator, going for a fast push here, Voltage, and didn't work out in their favor through the hotel as Armator found an arrow in his face before he could do anything. And there, Karua killed as well, charged onto the point, too risky, and now Jindrek falls as well as they're backing out. Had the Lucio, went through the hotel, tried to get in the back line before Biohazard could react, but Six, of course. Beautiful reaction time. Karua though pushed up forward to secure the kill off of that hook onto Germs, and it's gonna pay for it. Took some orbs to the face, sent back to the spawn, and speaking of spent back, Kronit as well. Turned into Kronit. He's taken down by that Dragon Strike. Sent back. Now, big hook there onto Zome. Split from the team, set off to the side, and now this is where the team start pushing in Coalescence, of course, to keep everyone alive, and now Attack Visor as well in the back line. Gonna try to find Kronit, and there comes the hammer to take him down as well with the support there. Hook though, and Birkin gonna be taken down by the whole hog of Kahlua now on the point. He's low HP though and can't heal, so he's gotta be careful, but it seems it was enough to push them back. Sun above the point on this team. The Moth flying free above, and there comes a sound barrier by Kronit there. Kahlua taking down more games, but here comes a counter Transcendence to keep the team alive. Kahlua finding the kill onto Sun though, so that is very good here for Voltage. Zone found in the back, targeted, singled out by that hook. Taken down once again by Kahlua early on in the fight, but there, two counter picks come out. Birkin and Styx together, finding one, and it's just Karua on the point. Fire strikes Birkin, takes him down, but with the rest of the team there, they can't get what they want on that. Kronit goes in, boosts the team around. He's got Styx on him though. Swats the pesky little Lucio with another headshot, and Kahlua finally sent back to the spawn as well. 89%, 90 now on that whole hog. He used it at the beginning, and now he's got it again. Kronit though did use the sound barrier there. Probably hoped that the rest of his team was there, but unfortunately couldn't find it. And now these teams pushing in once again. Big Graviton there out of Germs. No follow-up, however. Actually, there comes the Dragon Strike as I say that, and it's going to find two. Karua, of course, charged by more games into the bus. Jindrek and Preston able to escape. Took the back way through the streets. Zome, though, goes in deep. Able to find the bubble. Sustain himself. Comes back out, and now Zone speeds boost back. Germs did get hooked there, but they've got the bubble there to keep him alive. And now Jindrak pushes in here with a Death Blossom, is able to find more games as Germs is taken out as well. There's a big shatter, and they know they don't have any tanks, and Karua pushes in, charge onto Styx as Jindrak some shots onto Birkin as he was in the back. It's just Sun flying above the point. Because he won't last much longer, and as that taking down Zome. Looking to contest here, but if I was him in this case, I would just cut my losses. Try to get out while I can. Trying to keep him down, and Kuro takes him out. They're still contesting this point. More games, comes out, charges out. Promptly finished off though, taken down, and now Voltage gets the message. They're pushing forward, trying to space them off this point as they cap this. With only 20 seconds left. They now have a round 3. So they've got to manage their time wisely, make sure that they win these pushes. Don't want to get stalled off on the streets phase of King's Row. This can lead to some pretty nasty holds that I've seen in the past. And now Shield War comes back out there. Perfectly timed sound barrier to mitigate the damage from that Dragon Strike that came out. Not sure if he fat fingered there, but hey, it worked out in the end. Of course, Spectator is a little delayed, so he might have used it as soon as he heard that Hanzo was using the Dragon Strike. They push in now, Karua close to another Earth Shatter. For this point, more games found around the corner. Vaudeville onto the point. Counters though with an Earth Shatter of himself. Birkin finds Jindrak in the back, and Karua charges in, finds Zone. Crescent though went deep, pays for it. Crescent taking him down, or Styx taking him down. Zone brought it back into the fight, however, as Birkin finds the kill into Armator on the front line, and subsequently Karua pushed back now. Jindrak and Kahlua forced to back out. Biohazard though, undeterred, pushes in. Zome though, pushes in a little too far. Gets hooked. You want to shut down a Lucio, best way to do it is just to stop them from moving. Hook, halt, whatever you can do. Just stop them from bouncing off the walls at all times. And there are a big Graviton actually off the wall, and there's another Dragon Strike. Good sound barrier though, but with too many ultimates coming out now, the barrage as well. Karua and Armada are gonna be taken down. Kahlua walked forward instead of walking backwards and was taken down. Preston got the message. Styx sent another one with that headshot there to finish him off. And there, here's that stall I was talking about. Now you have Styx on the high ground on this Hanzo. Seriously, he's been going off this round on that Hanzo. Sleep though onto Zome in the back. Kronit switching off, finally going over to the Ana to try and get some more healing. There is a Graviton, however, from Armator. Coalescence as well. More games though had the Earth Shatter to counter that as best he could. Birkin taking out Kronit in the back, finding that kill. Sun was on the point to contest it there, and it seems finally that the Voltage are going to continue to push forward.
30 seconds remaining.
As the announcer just said, 30 seconds left on the clock. Germs too far up again. Seems we've seen a lot of that. Players just getting a little too greedy with the kills there, or for the contests. Freaking shut down though. Dragon Strike. Bit of a far one here, trying to zone them off the point with 10 seconds left. Every second counts, and there, Kahlua making use of those seconds, precious seconds, with that whole hog as he takes down Zone. Starting off now, overtime. More games left to contest. Birkin and Sun there as well. Forecast said justice, but as usual, Weatherman prone to line. Maybe not line, maybe just misforecasting. Now as Techvisor comes out to cut the zone. Not sure they needed it there, but they used it, and I guess it worked. Probably wanted it for this last push here, especially with around a minute left. Every second counts. Speaking to push forward here, Karua has another Earth Shatter available to him. More games, 66% on his. Take push back. Another Dragon Strike comes out. Karua caught right in the middle. Jindrak taken down. Styx finding 2 there. Storm arrows onto Karua as well. The push back once again here. Voltage as Armator and Kahlua are found. Seems like it's gonna be. They cannot come back here. Another Junkertown where they get far, but just not far enough. Only a little bit more to go, and this team will have it. More games, of course, left. Couldn't get up there in time, though. And now big, long hook there onto Germs, probably at the edge of his range there. More games left again. Valkyrie comes out, though, from Sun. Tries to keep the team alive. Hammer down. Karua pushes them onto the point. More games. There comes the sound barrier though, and more with a counter shatter is able to take down Karua in the backline. Preston with the coalescence able to escape, dodges out of the way of the charging Reinhardt there. Matadorism, but Karua taken down, of course. Kahlua finding the first kill onto Zome with that whole hog, and he's got the bubble and the nano boost just to make sure he stays alive and does enough damage, and he takes out 2. Push is beginning here. Biohazard regrouping. Have quite a bit left to go on this card. Voltage to push it, and they are close to 3 ultimates of their own, all of which combo very well with this Graviton Surge that Germs has been storing. He's been waiting. He's finally got it. He's ready to use it there as Birkin is taken down. Probably won't be a barrage combo unless they want to wait again even longer for this. There is the big Graviton. Here comes the Dragon Strike, and of course classic combo is going to find Kronit very early on. Kahlua find as well, and now counter Graviton Surge finds Zun and sticks. Not enough damage though, not enough players left on this point, and round 1 complete. Biohazard pushing back the members of Voltage once again, stalling out at the last possible second. Almost made it, but it's Junkertown all over again. Seems for the Voltage. Biohazard now, their chance to take this point. The teams decide what compositions they want to run on either side. Karua initially on that Brigitte. Most likely will see a switch unless they want to run a triple support. Could work on King's Row. Could work anywhere really, as long as you've got the Brigitte. She can do whatever, fit into any comp. Kahlua though on the McCree, actually. For this defense hold. Triple support, 1 tank. Jindrak switches off DPS. Moves over to that main tank role. With only 2,800 shields. Reinhardt and Brigitte together. Gotta make sure they are careful in winning the shield duel, because on the side of Biohazard they have the shield and then they have the bubbles to, of course, mitigate the damage as much as possible and try to keep them from snowballing damage off of this Brigitte stun from Karua. So we're most likely going to see some good bubbles off of Germ to keep his team alive once they are stunned. More games most likely. It's going to be the first target. Kahlua though, not the Widowmaker, but instead McCree. Interesting pick, especially in this meta. McCree not the best of heroes when you've got the Hanzo, the Widowmaker as well to choose from, but they're gonna try to make it work here with the double hit scan, and now they push in. More games pushed back right away. There's the stun. Couldn't find the bubble though. Finds it a bit late. Germ's a little slow on the trigger with that one, as this team's now pushed back and forth. Bit of a skirmish going on here. Shield war again, that's pretty much what this comes down to, as Styx finds the first kill onto Kahlua. Kronate brings him back though. He did get killed in a good spot, but Birkin takes down Preston, and there Germs finds Karua. Kahlua though with a counter pick onto more games. Trying to even this out as best they can. Zome so close to be taken down, but no, stays alive. And 2 picks there. Another hammer down there for Jindrak right away. Earth Shatter built that very quickly. Can't find enough damage, however. Mercy was there, but no other DPS to capitalize on that. And now Biohazard gonna take this on what was their first push. Seemed a little longer just because they had the stalls come in. Now Jindrak and Kronate taking the long walk back from the spawn means that Voltage will not be able to hold around this initial corner by the bar, by the bookshop, not the bar, and are instead pushed back, forced to hold in what is a good position there. Jindrak finally gets rejoined with the rest of his team, but it doesn't matter. Dragon Strike is going to take out 4. They've been on point with these combos so far. Number 5, it's just a Moth. Can she escape? Can she be free? Gonna choose to contest this point. Kronate finally able to get out in the bar. He's got a Lucio in his face as well as a Pharah. They're looking to stagger here, and they do exactly that. Brutal, brutal. They do, of course, have the triple support, so they could choose to contest here if they so please, but most likely gonna wait for the respawn from Kronate as he makes the switch over to Ana. Seem to be running some what seems to be off meta there. Zome, a little too greedy. Headshot there by Kahlua, taken down. There, another Valkyrie. Justice rains from above, but it's too late for you, Fairy. Go to sleep, Ana says, and there comes a high Noon from the back. Zoning Noon, however, does find Styx. 1.66 meters left, and they've got 3 minutes and 55 seconds to make do on side of Biohazard here, on the side of Biohazard. Zone with the sound barrier to help his team push forward, or if they need to, survive an Earth Shatter, Graviton, whatever it is, cancel out as much damage as possible. But of course they have the Transcendence to keep the team alive on the side of the Voltage, and of course that Attack Visor as well. Sleep comes out. Karani can't find anything with it, however, blocked out by the shields, and now Attack Visor comes in from the back. Armator goes in for the flank, and he's going to find Birkin as well, winning that Soldier duel right away. Moore shuts him down, however, in the back, and Birkin brought back into the fight, bringing this up to a 4v6. Jindrak so far back is able to find the Shatter. Can he get the kill? Does find more games. Kahlua takes him out, but Jindrak and Kahlua both pay for it. Again, too far forward. Pretty classic gameplay. Pretty much what you see is that these positioning mistakes are just costing them. They get too greedy, they get the thirst for the kills, and they're taking down just so much damage. They're out of sticks, able to take them down swiftly, precisely, and quickly. Well, that was repetitive there, swiftly and quickly. These teams here holding around the corner for the Voltage here often don't want to contest the point outright, but instead choosing to wait. Could cost them, however, as they're just letting them gain free ground here. Taking down Jindrak right away as they grab at the back now to follow up, and there is another combo. Team kill, and like that, it's over. As it says on the screen, Biohazard wins, and that's gonna be a 3-1. Voltage initially at the start looked strong, but could win, however, and of course, play the game goes to Styx once again. This Graviton combo here with the Swarm Arrows and the Dragon Strike. Not a whole lot you can do to counter that, as he finds 2 kills there. Now 3. To finish that off, that was the defining moment there of that fight. They got stalled out there, and Styx, of course, with the clutch on that Hanzo. Look at that, 26,000 damage, 40% of his entire team's damage. Styx putting the team on his back. Hopefully doesn't hurt himself there. He's got to be careful. Don't want to carry them too hard. And that is going to end out this match. Biohazard taking this 3-1 against Voltage. Voltage, of course, started up, had their engine running for a little bit, but then, of course, got shut down by the Biohazard. Seems toxicity wins over electricity in the end.